Morning. It's starting to rain. It's 8 o'clock. I just woke up. Well, actually, I was in and out of sleep because the way that I pitched this stupid thing last night. I don't particularly care for this Lawson too much, but I did modify it, so I took the little bars out because it weighed very heavily. So I took the little bars out, which made it very much lighter, but it also made it kind of weird to lay in, number one. But the big thing is that between the two trees, and I'm not using straps, I'm using 550, and on my other my Eno, it works pretty well. But when you get into the big distances, though, sometimes with the 550 it stretches really pretty good. So my feet were low when I started sliding down to that end of the hammock all night long. But otherwise, it wasn't too bad. I know I did sleep pretty good, but it started raining probably about 4 maybe, but not very hard. And but I'm gonna get up and get myself some hot chocolate and I'm just gonna make a quick tarp shelter so that I do not relish the thought of being stuck in this this little cocoon, especially the way that I'm sliding into it. So I'm gonna get out and see how things are going. All right. This right here is one of the things that everybody comes to, but not just this. Out there. This is Chase Lakes. It's a beautiful spot. Nice to come to. It stopped raining earlier. I was able to get out of the cocoon. Come down here. Look, a couple of boats, some makeshift paddles. Maybe I'll take one of those boats out and go across the lake. Out around. Let me give you a view. It's absolutely beautiful here. I've been here a number of times. I really want to climb that little peak right over there, but there's one behind here. Maybe if I get out into the boat today, I'm not so sure, but maybe another time I'll show you the peak that I really want to go up. It's behind, but I have been over here. There is a trail that goes behind over there, and one of these days I'm going to hike right in here. It's only 3 miles, a little over 3 to here, and then it carries on there, and I don't know exactly where it goes, but you can see the clouds. I'm getting a little bit misty from, it's actually misty rain, but it's quite a climb into here. Not. It's a very easy trail. Almost went the wrong way. It really is only the one steep part that I showed you. I mean, it actually gets a little bit steeper as you come out, but and that's only from you get down here to the bottom, down into the lake, because you do some climbing, and then you come down into here. But here we are. We're back here at the lean-to, and this is it. Trail comes in from over here. The outhouse is over there somewhere. I don't need to show you that. But it was a nice little hike. It was only, I was only about halfway in last night, but by the time that I had gotten here, it was pretty late in the afternoon, and by the time I set up and everything else, well, it was kind of late, so there wasn't any way of getting over here last night. But I'm here today, and it's just after 12. Gonna have lunch here, just hang out for a bit, and see if the weather does hold out. If it does hold out, I got in the boat. If it don't, I'm gonna truck back, because I think I forgot the my little raincoat, and if it starts raining, I'm in trouble. Okay, see you later. This is my poor attempt at making a shelter. Of course, it's not really a shelter for sleeping under or anything of that nature. I just kind of propped it up and threw my tarp around it just quickly, because every time I started, it started to rain. So all I really got is it to make my place for me to sit down while I enjoy my fire later on. In case it does rain, I can do this. And I did move my hammock over there now, because it's a little shorter distance between the two trees, and later I think I'm going to come back and move the site over there. But more importantly, I think I'm going to abandon this one because of the water. The water situation is just not, it's not up to par. What I really need is more water flow, of course. And as I was headed over towards the lean-to today, I realized that I had cut myself short because I was pressed for time. I hurried about another half a mile up farther would be perfect. Actually, even maybe close to a mile, because here it's about 1.5 miles to the headway, and about, well, maybe about 2 miles to the trailhead, and it's about a little over 1 mile to the lake at the lean-to, and somewhere's in between. I lost track. It's only about 1/2 mile from here. It's where the water really comes into a good flow, and I think on that side, that part right there, right over in there, would be a perfect place to set up and really enjoy a small camp for the summer, or a spot where I can keep coming back to, and maybe bring the family, some things like that, because we like to get off the trail. I do anyways, and I think that's a great thing that people should start doing. Don't do it unless you really know what you're doing, but as it sits, I'm probably only 200 yards off trail, but even that, you know, is can be something that people might not want to do, but always make sure you know exactly what you're doing, where you're going, and somebody does know where you are, what you're doing. Because I had the horrid thought last night, my wife knows where I am as far as the trail goes, but she doesn't know where I'm actually going to be. So what I got to do is I got to come in here, make another waypoint, mark that so that I could say this is exactly where I'm going to go. If something did happen, I had a horrifying thought last night because I read in the logbook at the lean-to that somebody had saw a bear cubs and the mother on their way in here, which was earlier in the year, I think. But even still, it doesn't matter. I was pretty sure I heard something last night. I know I heard a bunch of dogs, because there's behind me there is a beagle club where they run the dogs chasing the rabbits and train them, and they have the dogs cooped up there, and they just yelped all night long. And I don't particularly like that, so maybe I'll find another one. But this is not that far from my home, so the adventures go on. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, stop that. Hey guys, just Butch here. Had quite the surprise last night. I heard a bear running down the trail. It was quite an interesting scenario. Of course, this is just after I fell asleep, because I figured out it's not a beagle club behind me. It's a coon club. And they were running them dogs until almost 2 o'clock in the morning, which is about, you know, what you want to do, because you know, raccoons are nocturnal creatures, so the only time to go get them. But I was actually trying to sleep, and I finally did fall asleep until that bear come running on the trail. And